Alright, gents, we're back. Alright, this is going to be the third, I guess, installment of shooting, and we're going to see where we're at. Okay, so just to recap, again, I'm using a 90 tank, stock settings. I believe we had it at 12, and first shot was at 20. No manifold was not touched, it was stayed at 1.5, and no feather touch. So what I did while I was gone, I cleaned out the barrel brakes, you know, relued the bolt, and got some more paint, got them all filled up on the pods.
Firing mode, ESP. Programming mode, main menu. Firing mode, setting, ESP.
Alright, so our dwell,
13.
we were at 13 for all the testing. I was incorrect by saying 12. So we're going to go ahead and drop this down.
7 milliseconds. 6 milliseconds.
We're going to do 6 and see what we get. We'll go to the first shot.
Menu. First shot drop timer. Setting. Main menu. First shot drop timer. First shot drop. Setting. 15 milliseconds. 9 milliseconds. 8 milliseconds. 7 milliseconds.
And we'll go 6 on that as well.
Milliseconds.
Alright, so we're at 6 and 6. And close that back up. Alright, again, we got 260. I got, you know, the normal 4500 fill and a 90. Alright. Just so everybody knows, I have been reading, you know, people like, hey, maybe my bolt's too strong. You know, I got my Putty LP bolt guide, whatever. Just so everybody knows, these are the bolt guides that I had made here recently. It's just a 1.0 that's been milled down. No other milling's been done to make it low pressure or whatever you want to call it. Standard rhino spring that came with the Lurker Bolt, and everything else, you know, just, you know, as it is. So everybody knows, like for my personal, I've won a lot of tournaments with this Lux and my other Luxes, and the bottom line for me is what's going to be consistent, what's going to shoot, and what's going to perform when it matters. That's why I really, you know, don't do aftermarket parts, and I don't really push them to customers, or, you know, or people in general. Not saying that I don't want to see this bolt succeed. I definitely do. I know the guys at Lurker did a phenomenal job and a lot of testing with their shocker egg and bolt, which is amazing in my waffle shocker, and I would love to see that same performance, efficiency, and those numbers carry over to the Lux marker. All right, so we'll go ahead and get the test done with 6 and 6. If it looks like it's not going to work, we'll go ahead and change the settings and see what we can get. Alright, so here we go. Just so you know, got a whole bunch of pods right there, and we'll go ahead and get shooting.
Battery level.
Alright, so obviously it doesn't want to work at 9. At the current settings of 7 to 7. Alright, we're getting nothing. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and bump everything back up.
Programming mode, main menu, dwell, setting, 8, 10 milliseconds.
I'm going to go ahead and go 10 and 10.
Main menu, first shot drop, setting, 6 milliseconds, 9 milliseconds, 10 milliseconds.
Alright, let's go ahead and see what we get.
Battery level 100%. Firing mode, ESP.
Let's go ahead and crony it, see what we get. We're at 270s, 277, it was 272. Let's go ahead and bump that up just a little bit. Put us in those 280 area where I like to play at. Just a little bit more. Alright, now we're way over at 300. So it's kind of acting like a G6R where you barely touch it and the first shot, or the FPS comes up really crazy. Alright, we're still high at the 280s, or as it was 290s. So just go down just a little bit more. Alright, so now we're in the 280 area. Same consistent flat shot, definitely hitting the back of the field, no problem. And we're just now at 4K. Second pod. Third pod. Now, like we said in the last shoot, the gun definitely is a lot louder. It's got a much louder consistency shot than I've normally experienced with my the standard bolts and my Luxes. So I don't know if you guys can hear that out there, but the shot is definitely flat and smooth. Fourth pod. Fifth pod. Sixth pod. Still no problem hitting across the field. Still shooting really consistently. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Here's our eighth pod. Starting to see some shoot down, some drop off. Here's 9. Here's 10. Still hitting across the field, but I have to bring the barrel up to make that distance. And you can definitely hear it is starting to get gassed. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That was our 11th pod. It's barely making it across the field now. If I let it recharge up, I could one ball it, but it's pretty much dead, gents. So, go ahead and turn this off.
Powering off.
Here's what I say. I think it's got a lot of potential. We still got to, obviously, as a community, work to get the bugs out, essentially, and figure out, what works the best. Like I said, I know Ryan and Steve at Lurker did an amazing job, doing the engineering and all the testing, and didn't put out a product that's not going to perform. Your daily shooter, shit, man, like, this is great. It works out really well. Besides it being loud, the shot's phenomenal. It's nice and flat, which I really do like. But in today's game, no one's coming out and shooting 11 pods. It's just not going to happen. Like, the MAO layout, I got pushed that limit a couple times, playing, but the majority of your games are usually between the 5 and 6 range. So I'm going to continue testing this, and probably do a video later on after this thing's been really well broken in. I'm going to use it tomorrow at practice as well, and I'll post up what I find. Overall, so we know again the first with the 2.0 all stock settings was 13 on the dwell, 20 at the first shot drop off. We had the manifold at 1.5 and no feather touch. We got 11 pods and a 260 out of that on a 90 SL tank at the standard stock 800 PSI. We put the Lurker Bolt in, same can as well, same settings at 13 and 20, no feather touch and 1.5, and we got almost 10 pods and plus a 260. We messed around the settings as you've seen on this last shoot. We went 6 and 6 and it wouldn't operate. We bumped it back up to 10 and 10, and we still got almost 10 pods and a 260. So again, I think we still got a lot of testing as a community to do, and then we'll obviously make something this to be something that we can see those efficiency numbers that we're all really wanting to see with our Luxes. It's already a great platform. The guys at Lurker did an amazing job with this product, and I definitely endorse it if you want. You're trying something and you want to push your gun. If nothing else, get it for that flat shot. Because normally Luxes already have a nice flat one. This actually brings it down, so it's actually, in my opinion, a straight laser shot almost. So again, I'll do another testing video at some point after I think it's been broken. I put a lot more cases through this core, and I'll get back to you guys. So thanks for watching. Leave any comments you've got, and share this. And it was as a community, let's come together and see what we can do with this great product. All right, thanks guys.